With the new Bee Swarm update, onett added a few new buffs to the game, each one getting progressively more and more overpowered. So in this video, I'll be covering all of the new buffs onett added and exactly how to use them, along with covering some of the hidden buffs you may not have noticed. Alright, now starting off, there was the whirligig boost that was added in the update. This actually did not exist before. The whirligigs were in the game, just not the buff. Now, just for this first buff, I'm not actually going to use a whirligig to demonstrate for you guys, because I'm currently trying to get the world record for the most whirligigs. But by using the whirligig item itself, you're granted the whirligig boost, which lasts a total of 20 seconds and gives 0.1% convert rate at the hive. But maxed out, you can get up to 100% convert rate at the hive. Now, the whirligig is only really for blue hives because red and white hives don't exactly convert at the hive that often, and the boost is so small that it just feels like more of a convenience feature and not really anything else. Now, of course, the other boosts are useful for almost every single hive color, but just with the starter whirligig boost, you really only need it if you're a blue hive and you're converting your balloon after a boost. Now, of course, this boost is nothing compared to the next boost, which is the puppy love. Now, puppy love used to suck. It legit just was not that good. All it would really do is upgrade the bees around you by giving like the tiniest amount of bond. As you can see right here, increases your bond with up to 10 nearby bees by 60 plus 20 per level. It was absolutely horrible, but now thanks to the new update, by collecting a puppy love token, you are given the puppy love blessing, which lasts for 10 seconds plus 1 second per every level that puppy bee has, and then granting 10 bee movement speed and 50% bee gather amount. The bee gather amount is much better than the movement speed, especially for digital bees which require gather amount. Now, the puppy bee still kind of sucks if I'm being perfectly honest. It's definitely gotten better with the new update though, but if you're running a puppy bee, this is exactly why you're running it. Of course, puppy bee isn't the only pet that got its own boost, because the next boost is the tabby blessing. Now, the great thing about tabby blessing is it actually gives more use to tabby bee. The thing that sucked about tabby bee before was once you hit 1,000 tabby love, the tabby token does virtually nothing. So what this does is actually grant a bit of boost. And there's a bit of a secret ability about this you may not have noticed. Now, the base tabby blessing is given once you collect a tabby love token. It lasts for 20 seconds plus 2 seconds for every tabby level and grants a base 25% critical power and 1% critical chance. This is especially good just when you're boosting, like if you're a white hive or a red hive. Definitely white hives because you can get good crit power, which allows you to build up your gummy star. Sadly though, you can't exactly time the tabby blessing, so this kind of just comes randomly, but it's one of the reasons you need a tabby bee for a white hive. Now on to the little added bonus, which is actually the tabby blessing plus, which is given to you if you have a gifted tabby bee. Not only does the tabby blessing plus give the 25% critical power and 1% crit chance from last time, but it also gives 1% super crit chance. Super crit chance isn't the easiest thing to come by, so getting it from the tabby plus blessing is definitely, you know, a blessing. Now after that, of course, is the puff shroom blessing. This one doesn't require too much explanation. It can max out at 100x and it can last for up to 3 hours. It gives unique instant conversion, pollen, capacity, and honey from tokens, and this is especially good for white hives in specific. Instant conversion is always nice, which also helps red hives, but it's the extra pollen and honey from tokens that really blesses the white hives. And then there's also 10% capacity, which can bless blue hives, so it's basically good for every single hive. So before you're boosting, just make sure you have 100x puff shroom blessing, and in case you're wondering on where you get it from rare plus puff shrooms. The amount of blessing you get is based off of half the puff shroom's level if it's a rare puff shroom. A level 8 rare will give only 4 puff shroom blessing, and then I think it's double that for epics, triple for legendaries, and quadruple for mythic puff shrooms. Now for the final buff, which actually existed in the game before, except this time it was buffed, and that's none other than the wind shrine, or should I say the winds. This is probably one of the best boosts to white hives this update, but basically every single extra stack of winds you have now grants 1% white pollen. For example, I have 2x bamboo winds, which also grants 2% white pollen. So just from donating that ticket, I got an extra 6% white pollen total. So if you're a white hive, make sure you're definitely donating. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully now you all know how to correctly use all the buffs and basically where to get them from. This was just some fun update trivia. Beesmas is just around the corner and I have a lot of update news for that, as well as some new stuff we haven't covered about this update. So if you don't want to miss those videos, you don't have to subscribe, just hit the bells. It's way more effective. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.